Is the Thousand Trails Camping Pass really worth the money?
Today we're going to cover the Thousand Trails Camping Pass and show you how it saved us thousands of dollars.
Thousand Trails Camping Pass is broken up into 5 regions or zones. What we're going to do next is break down each zone and tell you how many campgrounds are in each one of those zones.
We started out with our camping pass. We were in Oregon. Now when you buy the camping pass, one zone is included in the price. This zone, the Northwest Zone, includes Oregon, Washington, and British Columbia, and there are 18 campgrounds in this zone.
Spent a lot of time in Oregon and we loved the shore of Oregon. But it was finally time to head down the 101 and into California, so we had to buy our second zone. Now that today is $90. We'll go into the prices, all of that later. But in this second zone, they call it the Southwest Zone. There's California, there's Arizona, there's Nevada, and now there's also Colorado. That wasn't there when we started, but it is there now, adding stuff all the time. Now, there's 19 campgrounds in this zone, and I'll tell you what, we've been to quite a few of them. We love this zone.
We spent a lot of time in the second zone. We really love Sedona, and there's a beautiful campground right near Sedona. We love the wildlife. If you could see the geese here in the background. When we go to a campground, we always see all different types of wildlife. But it's time to move on, and we find ourselves in Pennsylvania. And this is the Northeast Zone, and it includes Maine, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. There are 14 campgrounds in this zone. We spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania and visited most of the campgrounds there.
We love the Northeast Zone because that's where our family is, and we have a lot of family and friends up in the Pennsylvania area. But as winter started to set in, it is time to move south. So we head down I-95 to the final zone in the Thousand Trails system, and that is the Southeast Zone. Now it covers 7 states. I do not remember the names of all of those states, but guess what? I can put a list of them right up here. There are 23 campgrounds there, and I gotta tell you, some of our favorite campgrounds are in this zone. TTO, it is in Orlando. It's probably the crown jewel of the whole Thousand Trail system. A beautiful campground, really, really big. And guess what? You can see the fireworks from Disney at night from that campground. It's so close to Disney. But I think our favorite campground, it's called Crystal River. It's on the Gulf Coast, and I gotta tell you, we got to go swimming with these guys right here. Midwest Zone is the only zone that Patty and I have actually not been to. It covers these 5 states, and there are 8 campgrounds within the Midwest Zone.
Like with any membership, Thousand Trails has certain rules or guidelines, and we want to go over some of the big ones. The first thing is that you could stay for 14 consecutive nights in your zone or zones without paying a nightly fee.
The camping pass, you can stay as much as 14 consecutive nights.
Once you spend 4 or more consecutive nights in one of the campgrounds in your zone, you must be out of the Thousand Trail system for at least 7 nights.
One of the great things about the camping pass is you can book your reservations up to 60 days in advance.
These are just some of the basic ways that you could use your camping pass, some of the rules and restrictions, but you do want to get all the details. I gave you some of the basic information of the camping pass and the zones, the rules, the what you can do and what you can't do. But there, of course, like any membership, are other rules, guidelines, and we are so grateful that we've reached out to a Thousand Trails membership rep that gave us all the information.
You know, the membership rep, they also know all the discounts and all the promotions and stuff that are going on. We strongly recommend that if you're going to get a 1,000 Trails membership, you use one of the reps. Now, the reps that we use, we put a link to them in the description below.
Yes, they were very, very helpful, but I'm sure now people want to know, what is this going to cost me?
Well, the 1,000 Trails Camping Pass is one fee, and it includes one zone. Now, that could be any zone that you're in. So whatever your home zone, wherever you are, that is included for $670. $670. Okay, now that is the camping pass, but there's also the additional 4 zones that you can add on. You can add on one, you can add on all 4 of them, and those zones, they cost $90 each.
But wait, there's more. So you get over 81 campgrounds with the camping pass if you buy all the zones. But if you want more in the area that you're in, you can buy what's called a Trails Collection. And that gives you over 100 additional campgrounds that you can stay at.
Now, we have the Trails Collection, and we really, really like it because it includes the Encore parks. And throughout the winter this year, we stayed in Encores about half of the time. So it really, really is worth it if you're going to be out there camping all the time. Now, we're full-time. If you're just a weekender or a sometime-er and you're just going to stay in your zone, you'll only need one zone. But you still might want to add the Trails Collection depending upon what part of the country that you're in. You can do that research.
Now, the Trails Collection costs $370, but again, we're going to emphasize whether you need the Trails Collection, how that's going to help you, and the latest discounts and promotions. It's really best to talk to a rep.
It really is a great idea to talk to the rep. The 1,000 Trails Camping Pass. That's what we've been talking about today. There are 3 other 1,000 Trails memberships, and we're going to do separate videos on those throughout the springtime this year. So you might want to look out for those if you're interested in either upgrading to one of those, or if you're going to maybe start out with one of those. Now, we have upgraded from our camping pass to what they call the Elite Connections, and we're very, very happy with that. But for the most part, that's it. That's our overview of the 1,000 Trails Camping Pass. I'm Dan Hunt saying, have a great rest of today.
And an even better day tomorrow.